Last year, May, I was in my office, I got a call, and behold, it was Ifeanyi Ubah of Capital Oil that was on the phone. He spoke to me, distressfully that he had a problem and that the banks are trying to close up on him and he will require my assistant.
Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If today is your first day on my channel, my name is Kate. I am a YouTuber based in the UK. How are you guys doing? I hope you are doing good. Thank you so much for clicking my channel. May the Lord bless you all. For those that subscribe to my channel, thank you so much. And all the viewers, thank you so much for your support. So guys, let's go straight to this video. As you can see on the title on this video, it's about Ifeanyi Ubah and how Ifeanyi Ubah acquired his wealth and what happened after his death. So guys, let me start this video by saying, be careful for what you said to yourself. Be careful with what you say to your children, and be careful what you said to your marriage. Be careful what comes out from your mouth, because everything that comes out from our mouth is powerful. You don't know the power of the word that comes out from your mouth. You don't know. The world that we are living in is spiritual. No matter how you get upset, no matter maybe the situation, no matter what you are going through in your life, be very careful what comes out from your mouth. You know why I am saying this at the end of this video. Do you understand, my lovely people? So guys, let me tell you what you don't know about Ifeanyi according to the villagers. So they say Ifeanyi Ubah was a very good man. He helped a lot of people when he was alive in his village, Newi. This is what they call charity begins at home. Start from your village and start helping people if you want to help. Not only on social media. Start in your village and start helping people. If you want to help people, I come in peace. Anyway, I'm just saying. A lot of Nigerians, millionaires, comes from Newi in Anambra State. When you see people are helping people out there, don't think say they no get their own problem that they need to solve. Anybody will get money for Africa, they must label you that you are a ritualist, whether you like it or not. So guys, now, for those that don't know who is Patrick Ifeanyi Ubah, Patrick Ifeanyi Ubah was a Nigerian politician and businessman who served as the senator representing Anambra South Senatorial District from 2019 until his death on 27 July 2024. He was the CEO of Capital Oil, which he founded in 2001. Ifeanyi was born 3rd September 1971. Ifeanyi was 52 years. So guys, this is Ifeanyi's compound in Newi, Anambra State. The compound is massive. The land is massive. Houses everywhere. So these people that gather is from his village, Newi. To become a successful businessman and woman in this life is not an easy task. Many of them take a lot of risk to make their business to stand. African proverb said, A downfall of a man is not the end of his life. You are not a failure because you fell. You are a failure if you don't get up. What I'm trying to say is that you can be a failure if you don't seek God's direction. God would lead. He will show you where to go and what to do, because many people invest their money for a business that they are not supposed to do, and that is not God's plan for you. That's why you need to run to God. That's why you need to pray to God. God often gives us an inner conviction or prompting to confirm which way we should go. The Bible says, whether you turn to the right or to the left, your ears will hear the voice behind you saying, this is the way, walk in it. In that way, you will not fall. It will guide you. You can be a failure if you get married to a wrong man or a wrong woman. You can be a failure if you don't know how to manage your money. Because when you're spending your money anyhow, you cannot be able to focus. You won't think properly. You can be a failure if you are spending your money for side chick all the time. They know why you come to them. Not like they love you. That is business for them. They are not smiling. But your own wife, yeah, your own wife loves you genuinely, and she will pray for you. Because in Proverbs 18 chapter 18 verse 22 said, he who finds a wife finds what is good and receive favor from the Lord. When you have a good wife or a good husband, they will be dragging you, they will be encouraging you to go close to God, because they know that with God everything is possible, and they know that God is the beginning and is the end, and is the Alpha and Omega, and is the author of the finishers of our faith. In God everything is possible, and you have to wait on the Lord. Psalm 27 verse 4 said, wait on the Lord, be of good courage, and he shall strengthen thy heart. Wait, I say, on the Lord. For some of you guys, you are lucky and you married a true child of God. You marry a good husband or a good wife, we know God, and they will be advising you, come, let's pray, and you'll be telling him or her, say, I beg, leave me alone. I have other things to do. I'm not interested by praying to God. Don't you know that in Matthew chapter 18 verse 20 said, for where two or three gathered together in my name, I am there in the midst of them. You go carry all this love only your wife or love only your husband, and you forget about God. And that is why there will be a problem in that relationship or in that marriage, because there's no God in the midst of you people. And that's why many trouble comes in. When once you bring God inside your home, all the problem will end, all the attack will run away, tribulation will disappear, because God will now take control in your home. This is how God works. If you don't know God, God doesn't know you. If you don't call him into your life, into your home, he will not come. You have to call him so that when you call him, he will answer you and he will appear. You understand? This is what a lot of people don't understand. You cannot only love your wife or love your husband and you forget about God. Love God first. When you love God first, there will be no problem in your home. So guys, let's go back to Ifeanyi Ubah's wealth, how he managed to acquire his wealth. Now, I will put a video for you guys to watch and listen from beginning to the end, so stay tuned. But I'm going to just say a little bit of the story for you guys. So guys, a risk bank manager and a director revealed a shocking news concerning Ifeanyi Ubah's wealth. and how he acquired his wealth. And he also said that Ifeanyi was flying with 2 private jets and spent money here and there and bought a luxurious houses, and he said that everybody warned him against it, and also banks also warned him against it. He refused to listen, and he went ahead and signed the contract. So guys, could it be Ifeanyi by himself because he couldn't be able to comply? So guys, stay tuned. Let's watch a video clip from the bank manager. And before I put that video clip, please, my lovely people, give this video a like, subscribe and share, and also comment.
We cannot find this cargo. We don't know what Capital Oil has done with it. As I speak to you today, the account for this transaction is in debit of over 21 billion naira and accumulating interest of close to 380 million naira every month. If you leave it in 1 year, you are going to accumulate 3.8 million, 3.8 billion. In another 2 years, you are getting to about 28 billion. If I just say, I will pay, I will pay. If I can't pay you, I'll take my life, I will pay. And every month he put 100 million, sometimes put 80 million. So the last 6 months, 5 weeks, he put only 40 million naira in the bank. And he was spending money like somebody who is going to commit suicide, buying houses, $30 million, buying vessels, living like a king, flying 2 private jets. So I said, wait a minute. Somebody told me he went to Anambra State some few weeks ago and we are spraying dollar on top of some women. Not in the same business. Usually from my state, we have many entrepreneurs, and because of the culture we have, too many of us are bound that we don't get to meet each other. And more importantly, myself, I'm very reserved individual based on my humble beginning. You don't see me in a club. I don't get to get in so many places. I focus on my business and in my religion, and then, just live a humble life and focus on the things that makes me happy and make life progressing. Then the second time I got to meet Ifeanyi was 4 years ago when I turned 50. During my 50th birthday, he came along with some other people, greeted me, and we never get to meet until some other time that he called me on the phone, explaining to me he has some difficulties and he will require my assistance.
All right. Now, at what point did this birthday meeting become a business discussion, and at what time did you seal it into a business?
Precisely last year, May, I was in my office. I got a call, and behold, it was Ifeanyi Ubah of Capital Oil that was on the phone. He spoke to me, distressfully that he had a problem and that the banks are trying to close up on him, and he will require my assistance. And I asked him what kind of problem was it. He told me that, he was owing Union Bank and that the banks are trying to close up on him, and if I could please, come to his aid. Basically, I told him what really happened, what really happened. The issue was, he tried to explain. I said, look, let's get this matter straight. Some of you young guys are so much in a hurry to make money, failing to understand that enduring success is not a product of chance. It's characterized by a clear vision, working hard, and works out over a period of time. It's not an event, but a process. I will simply advise you, why not get rid of some of your assets and pay down on your loan and start all over again. That what is important is what happened in you, not what happened around you. I share some experiences to him, how I started, and at the time things went bad. I have confidence in myself. That's what is important.
But you still helped him.
I want to get to where I help him, because I tried to say the story. So I gave him this kind of advice. He wanted me to come eventually. I went to his place and saw his tank farm and felt, wow, this is a young man from my state that have been able to achieve things like this. So he told me, he told stories. The bottom line is that that people gang up against him and made negative story. They want to take over his business. He needed my assistant. So I took him to the bank to see if they could assist him. The bank where I was a shareholder and, you know, I have business with. I went to the bank. In fact, I moved around the banks, not just one bank. I started from Fidelity Bank. I call the manager, don't talk about Ifeanyi again. I call a Mefere of a Zenith Bank. I went through all the bank. Nobody was willing to help him. So much uncomplimentary news about him. I went to Access Bank. The same story repeated. So I called him and said, hey, wait a minute. There's so much things people are saying about you. What would really get you to this place? He explained he was building structure. You know, he was trying to build his tank farm, you know, before the banking deregulation, and that created him problem. But now he's a changed man. He wants to focus in his trade. I said, fine, you look me straight in the eye and tell me that if I assist you, you are not going to betray me. He said, if you assist me, I said, tell me that if I assist you, you are not going to get into any additional capital project. Because the problem with the boys from my state is that quite a number of them mismatch their funds. Take a short-time fund and put in a long-time project. You know, at the end of the day, the interest rate get you stagnated because you couldn't finish that business in time to be able to get the money. I told him the second thing is that it's not, in my view, his business is not properly structured. And it's hard for a bank to give people like him money in the sense that, you know, it's like the A to Z of the business. I say, if you are not here, who else can anybody talk to? You know, try to make all of this. Eventually, I took him to the bank and they were not willing to do anything. So I come back, I said, I asked the bank, I said, we must lend this guy money. He wanted to trade, you know, let's assist him. Okay. They were of opinion that this is not what they want to do. Go ahead.
Now, you were severally warned by people not to help him.
That's right.
What made you have a change of heart?
Okay. Listen, where I come from, I'm from Nnewi, okay? We had a kind of a social welfare system where we are our brother's keeper. You know, in fact, if you come to our place, we understand what supplier credit is all about. That is to say, when I import goods, we always give goods to some other person to sell and return money. When some of my, you will even ask, how did Costaris build the capital that with which he does the business today the way it is? It's by the same means. I'm not in a hurry to invest in property, in building. Somebody like me had a clear vision that I needed capital, which is the machine that makes your business move. So I give a lot of credit to a lot of people. You sell the goods, you return the money. So Ifeanyi, when I confronted Ifeanyi about his situation, he told some pathetic story. One of them is that he played a tribal sentiment to me. He said he came to Lagos. I know how our people struggle. He had this jetty in Apapa where 3 vessels can bat. And that, look at all these people in this business, Femi Otodola, this other person, all integrated, that all of them have only one jetty. And all the people in this area were crazy. How can an Igbo man come here and have 3 jetty that reach apart? That's why they want to stagnate him to death. I called the bank again. I said, what risk do we have that we open letter of credit, this guy get a consignment, we get an agent to be able to put this in a dedicated tank so that we can sell these goods and take the money back to pay. He takes his profit. The banks laugh and say, this guy, don't let anybody see you on a picture with him. On my honor. So much things were said that was on it. I said, no, this cannot be true. A human being cannot be this bad. It's not possible. So, you know, I felt truly that the way people say things about him touched my heart, and I felt this cannot be true.
All right. Let me hold you there, Dr. Maduka. Now, this is a man who has been accused of 22.4 billion naira in full subsidy scam, and obviously is up to debt in $1 billion to banks and, you know, so many businesses. And you were warned, you know, and like they say, to be forewarned is to be forearmed. Yeah. However, I see that you're a very sentimental and very loving person, and I'm sure you took him on because you trusted he would pay back. Sure. Now, at what point did he begin to default?
Okay, let me explain this transaction. You know, because I actually am a risk manager. Okay. So actually, to be an entrepreneur, you know, I have to manage risk. Yeah. You can't do business with avoiding risk. Okay. It's about taking a calculated risk. sponsoring Koja was a risk for me to put 1,000 BMW into the hand of the Nigerian government without any payment. Everybody warned me against it. Bank warned me against it. I can see through risk. What is important is that, can you mitigate the risk? Can you manage the risk? If you avoid risk, you cannot be in business. Risk is part of the aspect of doing business. So what happened was that I think I could see through this risk. There are things you can predict is possible. There are things that it's never happened. This is my 38 years in business, not 37, 38 years. It's unprecedented. I've never had a story that you open a letter of credit for somebody to import consignment. Letter of credit, for those who do not know, is a form of payment for importing goods. It's like guarantee that if you ship these goods, we see the documents, we pay you. And when these guys send the documents to the bank now pay the shipper. Never in the history of my life that a bank received a shipping documents that consignment has been shipped, that is coming on vessel so name, and it was on board on such and such date, that you wait for 1 year, the consignment did not arrive in Nigeria. Even if the mole who is carrying that consignment, it will arrive. So we started this business. My idea was to let's take one step at a time. It is petroleum premium spirit we are importing. So when the bank refused to assist Ifeanyi, initially was to assist him, and they made so much negative news, I said, okay, I'll take the responsibility and I'll become the direct operator. This facility was availed to Coscharis and I signed. Incidentally, I am also a director in the bank. And under prudential guideline of Central Bank, director's loan, there's no interest waiver on it. Okay. And I have borrowed all my life. I've never defaulted. I have a history in not only in this country but around the world. Big organizations like BMW, Land Rover, Jaguar, all of them deal with me on open account. They consign goods to me, give me 40 days or 60 days, 180 days as the case may be, and I will pay. American government guarantee my shipment to Nigeria for even if there's a sovereign problem. This country, the bank that guarantee my supplier in US, the US government will pay them, Exim Bank. I am the only company, we are the only company in Nigeria that they do this without a local bank taking a collateral from them. By the virtue of this credit I built, every bank in Nigeria will work with us on open account. So you can understand how the pain it takes to build this level of credibility that made these funds available at my disposal.
Yes.
I never take a risk I cannot discount. Let nobody make mistake about it. So I wanted to start just by one cargo, that is a vessel load. A vessel load of this petroleum premium spirit costs only about $30 to $35 million. We did the first one. The first consignment arrived. If I say he will clean it in 38 days, within 32 days he paid. We did the second one, he paid. We did the third one, he paid. Up to the 6th time, I didn't know it was a bet to get me into his hook. The dynamics of this transaction is that we appointed a receiver manager, that is not a receiver manager, but like an inspection agent called Vibrant Venture, who stay in their tank farm, and the complete tank is dedicated for our product, because this LC supposed to be paid by the proceeds of the sales. So the guarantee where the money was supposed to receive is in the same product. So when this LC is open, Ifeanyi will nominate a vessel to go and load and inform our agent. He will be on the board, then go offshore Cotonou or wherever. They load the product, come and discharge it in this dedicated tank. When it's in this tank, then as they sell the goods, money come into the bank. The bank will give authority to the agent to release cargo to them. As the bank release to the agent release to him, and they are loading the individuals who had paid to truck out. 6 transactions follow the same pattern. between July and October. By October, Ifeanyi then approached me with 7 documents worth over $200 and something million, saying, please, that there's going to be a deregulation. I have seen the way the other one happened. If I can please open this LC at once so that they can get this cargo. I said, how long will it take you to clean it? He said 70 days. And I went, signed on this, and the bank opened the LC for $278 million. And we're waiting for consignment till today. And up to today, the consignment did not come. So you say at what point? It's October. Because he had done 6 transactions successfully. That gave me confidence that this 6th transaction is actually in excess of over $200 million also. So that this is going to work out fine. So when we waited January, we didn't see goods. Getting to February, I told him, why not we cancel the unconfirmed LC? Because our idea was that as you pay money, we will add confirmation on that one. They accepted. We cancel the 3 other LC that worth about $90 million. He left the other remaining ones. Those are the things we are still talking about. Today, we cannot find this cargo. We don't know what Capital Oil has done with it. As I speak to you today, the account for this transaction is in debit of over 21 billion naira and accumulating interest of close to 380 million naira every month. If you leave it in 1 year, you are going to accumulate 3.8 billion. In another 2 years, you are getting to about 28 billion. If I just say, I will pay. If I can't pay you, I'll take my life, I will pay. You know, and every month he put 100 million, sometimes put 80 million. So the last 6 months, 5 weeks, he put only 40 million naira in the bank. And he was spending money like somebody who is going to commit suicide, buying houses, $30 million, buying vessels, living like a king, flying 2 private jets. So I said, wait a minute. Somebody told me he went to Anambra State some few weeks ago and we are spraying dollar on top of some women.
Hey, hello Melo, dike na dimba, yeah? Ọ n'oge elu bụ oge ndị mmadụ ya gwa anyị na ọnwa Ifeanyi Ubah a prank ka ọ. Yeah? Ọ n'oge elu bụ oge anyị agwa anyị na ọnwa Ifeanyi Ubah a prank ka ọ ka udo na ọṅụ na Nnewi. Ai! Dike gbalụ mbọ ka dike. Dike gbalụ mbọ ka dike. A jolly good fellow. Eh? A jolly good fellow. Negodubo odogwu. Eh? Negodubo odogwu. Faka nwoke hapụrụ n'ụwa wee naba mmụọ. Kpọtenu m n'ụla gwanụ m na ife awa asị. Obi agbawago m. Hey! Alịrị egbugo m. Ebubechukwu ụzọ. Dike na-abụ. Dike na-abụ. Agwa m ndị mmadụ na-egbuo dike n'ọgụ ụnọ. Ụbọchị ọgụ amaghị eru achọwa dike. Obodo gbukwa n'ife ha ji wee dị ebube. Ma na nke obodo ha agwụgo. Alụmelụ. Shi jiri efife wee jie. Bele na-ekpedewe Chineke mee ka isi na paradise a jebe na paradise ọzọ. Chineke mee ka isi na paradise a jebe na paradise ọzọ. Because ọgwụ maka prepare onwe paradise n'ụwa. Ịkwadoro onwe paradise n'ụwa. Mana ife mgbakasị ahụ dị n'ụwa. Ekweghị ka enjoy ife niile alụọ nka. Ekpele mmụnwa wee zugo na ekpele uwu na igesi na paradise a inwere n'ụwa. Jewe na paradise nke nọ n'eluigwe. Indeed, the world is vanity. Indeed, the world is vanity. Ka iwuru kwakwa na nke a wee mụrụ ife. nke a kụzikwakwa alụmife nke a kụzikwakwa alụmife nke a nyekwakwana m opportunity mmeji wee chekwa echiche the next 10 years of my life from today. You need to think about the next 10 or 20 years of your life from today. Onwe Ifeanyi Ubah kụziri m ife. Onwe Ubechukwu ụzọ kụziri m ife. Ezigbo mmadụ. You may not like him. Yes, he may not even be perfect. But the fact still remains that he's a good man. Ifeanyi Ubah wụ ezigbo mmadụ. Ana-edo Nnewi lụzuru ife. It take Nnewi a long time iji wee nweta onye doka Ifeanyi Ubah. It take Nnewi a long time iji wee nweta onye doka Ebubechukwu ụzọ na Nnewi. Ọgbọgụ nwanne, ọgbọgụ nwanne, ọgbọgụ onye ilo, enyi ụmụ okorobịa, enyi ndị ogbenye, nwoke ada akpa uke, always together with the common man. Always together with the common man. Ebia be ye ndị mmadụ eju ije ebe Ifeanyi Ubah ife na-emebe Ifeanyi Ubah kịta iwe mara na mmadụ pụrụ anya mmiri do a lot of people n'anya. So many families we go back to ebe ha nọ before. I just pray that now some of those families and we go somebody who do strong enough to take up the responsibility nwere ike ibi follow her now. Otherwise so many families yeketa ihe nke makwa ife nwoke akpụ makwa thousands of people need today because of this man. Series of projects achinaka beneficial to so many people. I pray that na nwunye Ifeanyi Ubah ekwe legacy Ifeanyi Ubah. God will raise somebody from Ubah family. Ka mkpụrụ obi Ifeanyi Ubah zuru ike na ndokwa Ebubechukwu ụzọ. Mercy Benago adieu. Mercy Benago adieu. Until mgbe emesịara mmeji anya mfu wee kwe. Kachifo nnam.
So guys, this is the end of this video. Thank you for watching, and if you are not subscribed, do me a favor, subscribe, share, and like the video, and also click the notification bell so that whenever I upload a new video, you will be notified. My lovely people, take care of yourself, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye bye.